Firstly, nitaanza na Minute Danko. Na Fivestar imetengenezwa kwa vijana watano wanatoka Dagoretti all the way from the Great Corner. I naitwa Danko, tuko na Boni, tuko na Owen, you can see me here, na tuko na Odhu, na tuko na Kenywa. Hao ni Fivestar. So Fivestar basically what we are doing ni ku make sure vijana hawapotelei kwa drugs. That's why them ya this year inasema say no to drugs. So tuko na tournament, tuko na reggae, na pia tuko na team tumeanzisha inaitwa Fivestar FC na iko kwa ito ina participate. Yeah. So ukiangalia vizuri kwa mtaa yetu ya Dago sana drug ambayo inasumbua. Dago ni large, kuna Dagoretti South na kuna Dagoretti North, unajua. So ukiangalia vizuri vijana wanaingia kwa drugs za kukunywa hizi pombe cheap kama hizi pombe za bei rahisi za kupima. Na pia kuna kujidunga, na pia kuna vijana ambao wanajidunga. Unajua ukienda huko kwa Wangware vijana wanajidunga sana. Hizi drugs wanajidunga na wanabai bei cheap, unajua. So unapata kijana ni footballer lakini akiona hii footballer ilipi sana anaingia kwa story ya drugs sana. Na akiingia kwa drugs sana inapata ile talent yake inaweza kuisha. Lakini tukikuja hapa, tukikama hapa kama leo venye tuko hapa tuna ranito na unapata vijana they are so busy, we keep them so busy. Akipata hapa tunaleta mascouts na tunawaaji mascouts wote wa Kenya. Kama unataka talent, this is the place to be and this is the place to keep it real. Ama namna gani my friend?
That's true.
Government yetu ya Kenya basically Julem set tunaweza fikia sana ni kama governor wetu Sakaja. Tungependa akuje ndani atusupport. Juu sisi we are fighting against drugs. Hataki vijana wa lost sana. Tunataka vijana waweze kufuata talents zao na waweze kuachieve dreams zao zenye wanafikiria zinaweza wasaidia kimaisha, wajiumudu kimaisha, unajua? Yaani wajiinue kimaisha. Na sisi hatuna uwezo hiyo. Hatuna hiyo uwezo kama Fivestar. Tunajaribu ile tunaweza. Na already tushaonyesha tunaweza organize vijana wakuje grao na wazee wakuje. This is the place to be each and every day. Unapata kama kawaida, siku ya kawaida tu unapata tuna pull up kama crowd ya watu 2000, 2500. Kama leo tumekuwa na crowd big sana. So government yetu Sakaja government, tafadhali wewe ndio ule mtu wetu wa karibu sana tunaweza fikia. Our MPs na our MCAs, tafadhali mtusupport kwa hii journey na tuweze kuchange lives. Tukichange life 2 inakuwa ni kitu poa sana. Tuchange life 3 inakuwa ni kitu fiti. So mtusupport financially. Tuko down, unaona? Sisi ni vijana na tunajaribu tu kusaidia vijana, lakini hiyo uwezo wa kufika huko na pia maboys wascoutiwe wacheze Premier League, wacheze zile matimu zinaweza walipa, unaona? Na inakuwa ni kitu fiti sana. Firstly, Ministry of Sports na Talanta Hela, ningependa kwanza wajilete wenyewe. Kwanza hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza. Step ya kwanza ni wajilete wenyewe, wafike igrao, waone kuna talent ama hakuna, tunawadanganya. So basically wakikama hapa najua wataona talent, the real talent. Unajua mostly Kenya imekuwa na corruption sana mpaka unapata mimi sina talent lakini juu niko na do nitaungana ndio player wangu aweze kucheza. Unajua? Ama niko na sina talent lakini mimi ni artist nitaungana ndio wote artist apande. Na kuna real talent hapa chini. So ningependa kwanza wajilete hapa waangalie talent iko. Na wakipata talent iko waiuze, waichukue, waikunze. Na wakishaikunza hii talent itaweza kulipa. Juu talent sasa inalipa Kenya. Ukiangalia vizuri kama Fivestar, there's a lot of players that have been spotted here. This is 4th edition. We played first edition, we played second, and we played third, and now this is 4th edition. You can see that there's a real big change. Unaona, hata ile crowd tunavutia na kuonyesha this is not something that has started. Hii ni kitu imekuwa ikiendelea. Yeah, so ningependa wakuje kwanza personally, they see what we are doing kama Fivestar. So from there we can sit down and talk. Unajua? Final word is that there is a big talents. Basically ningependa kusema from Dagoretti. Na Dagoretti wamesaulika sana. Mostly wasio wanachukua ati Eastlands ndio iko na talent, but mimi nitawaambia ukweli. Dagoretti tuko na talent. Ukiangalia the biggest talent tuko nayo, Dennis Oliech is from Dagoretti. So mimi sijui hii Talanta Hela kwa nini mnakaa mbali na Fivestar. Fivestar sisi tumekuja kudiscover the real talent na vijana wasipote kwa drugs. So it's a good time nyinyi mkam tuungane tufanye kitu ambaye ijaifanyika Kenya. We want to try something new, something opposite, something out of this world. Au sio? Yeah.
So mimi kwa majina naitwa Owen kutoka Fivestar, na I think tukiangalia mambo ya toka kwa tona to the teams, Kumekuwa na success stories kadhaa. Tuko na watu wetu wamepata scholarships, kuna wengine wamepata teams poa kutoka kwa hii tona. Mtu amekuwa kwa team iko down, anajipata kwa team iko juu, wengine wameenda majuu. So basically sisi tunasaidia watu tu kunacha tu talent zao, so waweze kujisaidia nazo kwa life yao. So tukiongelea kuhusu Fivestar, this is the 4th edition. Tumekuwa na edition 3 previously, na kutoka kwa hizo the first, the second, tumetoa wachezaji kadhaa wameenda upro. Tuko nao kwenye wameenda America saa hizi. Yeah, we'll have like Nino, we have Bill Okumu, we have Kama, and soon to come tukana naitwa Jaja na Andrew anaenda trials Arsenal. Jaja anafaa kwenda America pia MLS. Yes, gavana come to support hizi projects zinafanyika mtaani. So unapata sisi kama Fivestar tunangangana hapa kupiga tona, at least tuweze kusaidia mavijana watoke kwa hizo drugs, vijana wapate kitu ya kudu, but unapata ile support kutoka kwa gava yetu inakuwa ni noma sana. Sijui protocols gani tunafaa kufuata, of which we have tried all the avenues, but still hakuna mtu wa gava amekaa hapa kutusaidia. So tuna struggle peke yetu. So wenye wameingilia kwa drugs sasa hizi tunajaribu kwa incorporate kwa tona, wengine tunaweka kama na kwa stewards, wengine ball boys at the moment, wengine pia wachezaji wale wa kitambo bado tunarudisha kwa zoezi juu we have a team inaitwa Fivestar FC yenye inanachao mavijana wadogo under 20. So hiyo ndo place tunaweza at least kwa keep busy, or at least wasiingilize mambo za mtaa moba.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Elijah Leon. Hapa mtaa wananiitaga Jaja. Tumekuwa nikiparticipate kwa hii tournament ya Fivestar for the previous editions. Tumekuwa na edition ya kwanza, ya pili na ya tatu. Luckily nimekuwa one of the players wenye wamepata kubenefit kutoka hapa. Soon mimi nitakuwa nikitravel nikienda US, mambo ya ball tu na education. Fivestar pia imefanya watu wengi hapa mtaa wa grow individually, pia mimi ni beneficiary sana. Na nashukuru. So Ministry of Sports wanafaa itaona kwanza iko home hapa, iko Dago. Hata kama ni kutuma scouts wao nini, wakuje waone tu venye mambo inaendelea hapa. Kuna talent mob sana hapa mtaa, na wa boost Fivestar, na hata kama ni venye tu wataweza. Cause hapa nyinyi mmekuwa hapa mmeona venye mambo iko, turn up iko poa. So ni hao tu wakamu wa boost hapa juu talents ni mob hapa.
My name is Andrew Waleulawaswa. I'm an aspiring young football player, and just came from playing a football match over here. Of course, it was an intense match. We lost by 1 goal, and my teammates obviously are, exceptional players, but in the end, the other team got the win because they had better chemistry than us. But obviously, we are keeping our heads up and waiting for the second leg. Hopefully, we'll come back from the bottom and win the game and set ourselves for the next qualification. Apart from that, obviously, I study in the UK and still play football. I currently am up for trials on August with West Ham and Arsenal, and I'm obviously preparing for that, doing everything necessary and taking care of the details. And hopefully everything goes into plan, and when that happens, I'm waiting to see what's waiting for me on the other side of professional football. And a message to the Ministry of Sports, I'd like to say, I think it would be best if you guys, support the young talents that we have, build a system that can, set up our young kids and obviously us young athletes to, get paid well, with the sports, and obviously help us get opportunities to play abroad and fulfill our dreams, because that's necessary and it will be great for our community and us as a nation. Thank you. Well, apart from that, I have a very, interesting story on how my football came about. I started in primary just going for school tournaments here and there. I wanted to prove to my dad that I can actually, do my best in sports apart from academies. I was very, well academically. I used to become top of the class, and it was never an issue with me. But I never wanted to go down that route, so I chose to, show my dad that I can do something else apart from just studying. So immediately after my final exam, KCPE in class 8, I scored a total of 411 marks out of 500. After that, I went to a high school in Kenya called Moi High School Kabarak, but it couldn't support my sport and education, equally. There was no balance, so I had to search for something else. And I remember the first year of high school, I got recruited to play for the national team at the age of 14. And obviously I was in and out most of the time. I was never in school. And I remember it reached a point, I was coming from school, going for midterm, and I was called by my coach, being told that we have trials in the Kasarani Stadium. But I was obviously tired because I just come from midterm and I didn't really want to do anything. But my dad called me and he was like, you really need to go for this, it's an opportunity and you should take it. So I went quick, straight all the way to Kasarani. And by the time I was getting there, it was already late. So obviously I changed quick. There was like 10 minutes to go. And I got on the pitch. I was a midfielder at that time. I was performing well, pushing the team forward. So the scout asked me to play striker, where I played well. And he was really impressed. And out of like 200 football players, I'm the one who was picked to go to Olympic myself for trials. And when I got there, I obviously was put with the under 18s. At the age of 15, it was a tough competition for me, but things didn't go well, and I was, unfortunate to not get a place over there. I came back, I kept my head high, kept on working, and then a few months later we had a national tournament with the under 15s. It was Sekafa under 15. It was done in Eritrea. I scored 2 goals, assisted 1 in 3 games, but unfortunately I got injured. But the team pushed through. We got to the finals, lost against Uganda, but obviously, as much as it was disappointing, we all kept our heads high and kept on working on to the next thing. Went to the UK now for my first year in 2020. Played well, 1 whole year playing in my academy, Abbey College, Manchester. So in an academy called International House, Manchester. And obviously I was doing my best, working hard every day. And after a year and a half, I got trials at a team called Marine FC. Obviously it's a non-league team, but it's a very good level. I got there in the under 23s when I was, I think, about 17 years. I was in the under 23s, and unfortunately, after the pre-season, I got a really bad injury. It was a meniscus tear that had to, be done, to be repaired through surgery. And after the repair, I had to stay off football for a whole year. It was obviously tormenting to my brain, my mentality. But obviously, after that dry spell of football, I came out a better person, and I still, kept going. I didn't want to give up, kept a strong mentality and, bright focus. And I came back to the field last year on August, and obviously I've been pushing and working hard, and obviously I reached my best, the best that I had left off, and now I picked up from there and I've become a better player because I've seen that I have everything that obviously a footballer would need to achieve and become a successful football player. And obviously I'm just using them and enhancing my strengths and working on my weaknesses. And obviously now I've been spotted and I have trials coming up for West Ham and other Premier League teams, and obviously Championship as well. So I'm looking forward to that, and obviously I'm keeping my head high, not going to quit, and obviously everything will go into plan. As I've said, I've been working hard and I believe God rewards the hard workers. So I'm looking forward to see what's waiting for me on the other side. Thank you. And obviously one more message. Here's a special request from Talanta Hela, through the Ministry of Sports. I'd like us to obviously set up a system that will facilitate everything for our young players, make a scouting program that will obviously pick the best players and obviously build for us facilities that the players can go stay over there, then can keep a close watch on them, their diet, their work, the things they're doing. And then through that, I think we'll be able to spot and identify the best players in the country. That will also be good for recruiting national team players. and through that I believe you'll be able to get contacts from abroad and pick the best players to send them abroad, because obviously there are so many talented kids in this country, young athletes. Well, for me, I was able to finance myself, but I also think about the other athletes who cannot do their best in the finance side. So that's a special request from me, and obviously I think it will be great for our community and us as a nation. Thank you.